Good morning, friends. Hope you're doing fine. Today we'll discuss the fifth part of LT interview question and answers. Let's go one by one quickly. The first question today is, what is PSS? PSS is the primary synchronization signal which is used for slot synchronization. And second question is, what is SSS? It is the secondary synchronization symbol or signal. Secondary synchronization signal and primary synchronization signal. Secondary synchronization is used for frame synchronization, the 10 millisecond radio frame synchronization. So that is how PSS and SSS are used. This is basically the part of initial access procedure. After you decode the PSS and SSS, then only you'll be able to read the BCCH. So the next question is, what is RS? RS is reference signal, or you can also understand like we are having pilot in 3G, we are having reference signals in LT. So reference signals are used for decoding the broadcast information, broadcast channel information. So after PSS and SSS, we go for reference signal decoding, and we normally get the PVCH as the physical broadcast channel, and we read the broadcast channel, and then only we can do cell selection, reselection, or random access procedure, or paging, whatever we require. So these are the part of initial access procedure. PSS, slot synchronization; SSS, frame synchronization, or in the other way we can say the physical cell ID identification in primary synchronization signal, and in secondary synchronization signal we do the cell ID group identification, and in the reference signal we read the PVCH or the broadcast channel information. Then we are done with the initial access procedure, and then we can move on for the next requirements. So what is the DRS and SRS? DRS and SRS are basically used in uplink, demodulating reference signals, and sounding reference signals. Those are used for uplink control and signaling information, or scheduling requests sometime. So CQI information, rank indicators, or the ACK-NAC information are normally sent by this demodulation reference signal and sounding reference signals. So this is all about. So now we can differentiate the PSS, what is SSS, what is reference signals, what are SRS, what are DRS, and everything. The next question is, what kind of optimization you do, or what kind of KPI do you look after normally when doing optimization in your network? So you can mention like you do the accessibility analysis, you do retenability, mobility, quality and integrity, also sometimes capacity checks. So what are the different KPIs involved? Like RRC connection setup success, ERAP setup success, those are the accessibility KPIs. Then S1 signaling setup success. Then in the retainability part, you are having call drop ratio, you are having ERAP drop rate. Then moving on to mobility, you are having S1 handover and X2 handovers, you are having IRAT handovers. So these are the KPIs, and you are having different values for the KPIs as per the operator's requirement. In the mobility, all the handover KPIs we check. Then moving on to integrity and quality. So we also check the network availability should be 100%. We check the quality part, the BLER percentage. We also check resource block utilization, and maximum and average and peak throughput in downlink and uplink. We check the payload of the network, we check the license capacity. So these are all the KPIs we look after. The next question is what is the reserved preamble per cell for RACH requirements. So we are having 64 preambles reserved for each cell. The last question for today I'm having is what is the difference between CSFB and VoIP? So CSFB is basically used, CSFB stands for circuit CS fallback. So circuit switch fallback means normally when we are in LT and voice call is initiated, we redirect the call or will parallelly attach to the 3G and LT network. So we just ask for a MSC attach, and parallelly we get a confirmation from the MME, and we initiate the call through the legacy network like 2G or 3G networks. And when the call is over, we come back, that's called the fast return. We come back to LT network again, and then we are again combined attached with both 3G and LT network or 2G and LT network. That's how we use the CSFB. Sometimes we redirect the call towards the legacy networks, so that is also CSFB. It depends on what kind of features you have with the equipment supplier. Voice over IP is basically it's in the LT system. So the main difference is in voice over IP the call setup time is very fast, but in CSFB though we are having so many signaling, so we have a little bit longer call setup time is required. So normally the user experience will be better in VoIP rather than CSFB. So that's the difference between CSFB and VoIP, voice over IP. So that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed and learned this session. In the next session we'll again come with some more questions and answers. Till then, take care, bye bye. Keep sharing, liking and subscribing to our channel. Also you can share if you like it. Please do comment for any specific topic you want me to cover, or some more questions, or if you have any doubts you can just put in the remark below the video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, bye bye.